Mega Man. This actually has
and robots.
Mega Man
of all the mans.
This actually has nothing to do with our show,
Mega Man
ladies and
sucks.
gentlemen. You shut your whore mouth. Welcome to the Nola Nerds. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, no matter how wrong you are, my friend.
That's fine.
I'm Matt.
Chris.
I'm Scott. Andy.
Other Scott. This is
Now the old Scott.
the old hotness and the new busted. Can we flip them? Flop them
Can
like that?
we just go?
You know what, Scott?
I hate that saying.
I
hate it so much.
I know. We're the Nola Nerds, and today's video podcast, coming right after episode 29 of our comics audio podcast, is going to be about some of the best news that has ever been announced in the history of ever.
I think since 8 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toonami's back, bitches!
Yeah.
Hashtag Toonami's back, bitches. And what is probably the greatest thing, showing a fan support actually accomplishing something, following their 2012 April Fool's joke where they brought back Toonami for a night.
Well, we're glad, because if they would show in the room again, this wouldn't have happened.
No, we're
They actually
so
started
happy.
out showing part of the room, and then Toonami came
that was,
on.
like, it was the room, and then it
Yeah.
panned away and was on one of the
Yeah.
screens that Tom was watching.
Right. He was like,
good.
this is... No, shit.
He's like, nah, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah.
So, Toonami's back. We don't know what that's going to entail.
Right.
Is it just going to be bringing back the classic shows so that new kids can get caught up on what we grew up loving?
just
Or is
the
it going to be
Fox.
new shows? We don't know.
Yeah.
All we know is Tom's coming back. And I'd be fine either way.
Voiced
Whether
by
it's-
Stephen Bloom.
Yeah, I mean...
Is it going to be new shows or old shows? Either way, Toonami's back.
I'm hoping...
It's going to be on
Mix.
Saturday because it's coming out on the 26th.
Yeah.
Since it came on, the bumper was on Adult Swim, it's probably going to be in the evening.
Which, no, and it always made sense, though, because Adult Swim, I mean, if you look at Adult Swim,
They
Saturday night was always their anime night.
Yeah.
Right.
So they could just as easily swap Toonami in for Adult Swim on Saturday night, and it'd be the same thing, but with the Toonami twist. So thankfully, we'd have all great cartoons and not any Tim and Eric or shitty live-action comedies
Yeah.
that I just have never gotten into ever.
Because you have to, like, either work for Adult Swim or be really high to get.
So
Yeah.
I guess what tonight's conversations is going to be about is what shows were your favorite on Adult Swim? If you had, Toonami. If you had if you had to pick one Toonami show that you loved most,
Pick 4 and make your own Toonami lineup.
there we go. Yes, you have 4 shows from Toonami to pick. I'll go second. I don't like going first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Alright. Outlaw Star, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Z.
Was Cowboy Bebop ever
I
Toonami
think
though?
Cowboy Bebop
That was always Adult Swim.
No, it was...
They might have aired a couple episodes.
But near the end of Toonami's
Maybe
lineup.
near
Yeah.
the end of the run. I don't remember it. I remember it being...
Because it wasn't even part of the April Fool's night.
No, Outlaw Star definitely was Toonami,
Yeah.
though.
Outlaw Star
Yeah,
was, but
I know
not Cowboy
Outlaw Star
Bebop.
and
Oh, you're right. I
Trigun.
never watched Trigun. So.
Should we count Cowboy
I like
Bebop? We'll
Yeah.
count Cowboy Bebop. Why not?
Why not?
It's my show. We'll do it.
Okay. So what were your 4? Cowboy Bebop,
Cowboy
Outlaw Star,
Bebop, Outlaw Star, Vash,
Trigun,
Trigun,
and
and Dragon Ball Z.
okay.
I don't know. Just enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, those are all great shows.
Yeah.
If I had mine, it would be Dragon Ball Z leading off strong. We would have
Yeah.
Gundam Wing following up because, dude, that was the grace. That actually inspired what became Adult Swim with the
Mhm.
Midnight Run. Those
Right.
2 shows. So, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, Trigun, and, the 4th one's always tough. Because I'm never going to say Big O. It's just... It's also never gonna be
Gundam SD.
Astro Boy or anything
Yeah.
like that.
I
I mean,
Giant
part of me
Robot
wants to go Outlaw Star, but then I'd just essentially be copying everything you said, but with Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh man, Yu Yu Hakusho,
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Trigun, Gundam Wing, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho. Done. Those are that would be my Toonami lineup.
I'll go next. The most iconic shows for me on Toonami were, of course, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, and I really always liked watching Reboot.
I forgot Reboot.
And I really hope they bring
Damn
that
it.
back so people can see Reboot again.
And maybe we'll finally come out.
And Outlaw Star, but I put Sailor Moon in there. I actually used to watch
Sailor Moon was really
It always
good
came
too.
up before Dragon Ball Z, and I always used to watch through it. It was such an essential part of Toonami's.
It really
Rock.
was.
Yeah.
I think Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Reboot, and Gundam Wing for sure for me.
Okay, what about you,
Okay.
Chris?
My ideal Toonami block has. I'm going to do a blanket Gundam
Okay.
because they would do Gundam Wing to 79 to 80.
You would just do
all
nothing
the
but
Gundams.
Gundams.
No, not all the Gundams. But when one show ends, they just start with another one.
Okay, so what you're saying is
Okay.
instead of the series ends and then they loop it,
No.
you would have.
I would have them go from Wing to 79 to 80 to 83.
What about the original?
Yeah, it's 79.
Is it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't start with 79?
No, start with Wing.
Okay.
Wing was better than 79.
Well, of course it was, but following that logic, you would go from.
But it
Wing
doesn't
to
matter because
Seed.
Wing's in an alternate universe, so
Okay.
it doesn't really matter. But just a Gundam, just a block of Gundams.
You're a cheater.
I couldn't remember, so I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do Dragon Ball Z because you absolutely have.
You
Yeah,
have to.
come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
You cannot.
that's the reason Toonami was ever as popular as
Yes.
it ever got.
It
It was
brought-
Dragon Ball Z.
The thing is, it wouldn't be. Sorry, continue.
Well, Toonami was the reason why they got more episodes from the Japanese version
Oh yeah,
and redid it
finally.
because everyone
Because
was
we
watching
we
Dragon
were
Ball Z.
looped. It would always go to
Oh.
when Birder and Jace would land on Namek,
Yeah.
and then we would never see the fight between
Because
him
they
and
go all the way
Goku.
back
Yeah.
to.
Then they would restart with episode 1, and I
Different
was
voice
like,
I
actors.
saw that fight
ah,
so many times. I
Mhm.
hated it. So Dragon Ball Z
Raccoon rhymes with
With
doom,
and you're gonna be hurt
all too soon,
Okay.
like
Uh,
a bitch.
For me, the most important Toonami show were the Tenchi series.
Yeah.
So I'll do Tenchi Muyo and Tenchi Universe, but not Tenchi in Tokyo.
Oh no, you don't get to pick and choose. You got to blanket that.
Tenchi
shit.
Universe is alright.
I'm doing it. It's my block. I'm gonna put them on those two.
Okay.
And
No.
no, that doesn't count. That doesn't
With a
count.
magic mighty mustache.
That doesn't count.
All right, so what are your 4?
I'm working. I'm got the last one. I'm
Okay.
building up to it. The fourth one, I think, is going to have to be Outlaw Star, which is the other most influential Toonami
Yes.
show I watched.
Was Johnny Quest at all in
Real Adventures was in
Real
like
See,
the
man,
Moltar era.
If they just throw that
See,
on there.
this is what I'm
But
going to
then
say.
you can also throw Thundercats in there.
Okay.
Powerpuff
Let
Girls.
me go.
Okay.
What I was going to say is we're going to cop off. I'm going to read the list of all the shows that ever graced Toonami.
Yeah,
And then we it's clear what era of Toonami was most influential to
the
us.
2000,
Yeah.
2003. Yeah.
Because before Tom, it was Moltar from Space Ghost.
Right.
Yeah.
And during that era, we had Thundercats,
Yep.
Space Ghost, and Birdman on the Galaxy Trio,
I never
Yeah.
got into Space Ghost.
folled by
This is
Voltron
I love Voltron.
and the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Right.
I love Johnny Quest.
In
Oh,
not-
bump.
In
Ronin
98,
Warriors.
nope. Oh, shit, I forgot Ronin Warriors.
Warriors.
I almost added Ronin
Oh.
All
Warriors.
right, I'm taking Trigun out of mine and putting Ronin Warriors in.
I almost added
Also,
Ronin
because I
Warriors.
like the concept, because Trigun and Outlaw Star were 26 episode shows.
Yeah.
All the other mine are now are just really long lasting shows that go a while.
Yep.
Right.
In 98, we got Robotech,
Yeah.
Beast Wars Transformers,
Yup.
Oh,
Beast Wars is good.
Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, and Super Friends.
I kind of like Sailor Moon.
That's why they did shit.
Sailor
Super
Moon and
Friends.
Dragon Ball Z were my 2 first
Yeah,
animes.
Sailor Moon's
Yeah.
not bad.
No, it's not.
It's just, you know,
it was female Dragon Ball Z at the
I don't
time.
get why that's not on DVD.
I know. Oh, man, I
I
don't know.
really don't either.
Yeah.
Especially considering how lucrative Dragon Ball Z is to anime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
The next 3 shows that got added: Powerpuff Girls, which I don't really count as a Toonami show.
No,
It's just
no,
it's a
not.
cartoon.
Yeah.
But we also were graced with Reboot
Yup.
Yes.
and Ronin Warriors.
Yes.
I love the
Both
last
good
season of
shows.
Reboot. I could do without the first season.
But the first season sets it up,
I
It's
so
know.
a
you have to
world
have it.
building thing.
Um,
it gets more serious.
2000 though is when it really kicked off. 2000 is when Toonami became Tom. We got G-Force, whatever.
That's with the birds.
But
Oh,
we
yeah.
also got
Yeah.
Gundam Wing,
Yep.
Tenchi Muyo,
Yep.
Batman the Animated Universe, the
Yep.
animated series.
Yeah.
We got Tenchi Universe,
Yep.
Tenchi in Tokyo,
Yeah.
Superman the Animated Series, and Blue Submarine #6, which was that awesome CG
I
show.
remember.
Yeah.
It was like
Look
a
at
big
it, man.
premiere.
Yeah, they were hyping that up.
Yeah.
It was the
Everywhere.
hypest.
It was the hype.
Yeah.
2001 was another big year. It brought us Outlaw Star,
Yup.
the Big O, Card Captor Sakura for
Yeah.
you Heart of the Cards fans.
It got
out there.
not
it got all
like
those
Card
kids
Captor
WB
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah,
Mobile.
that was-
This was when we got the original Mobile Suit Gundam.
Mhm.
We got Gundam 8th MS Team,
Awesome.
the original Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
I
They
Um,
started
remember.
re-airing
and it also brought us Batman Beyond, Zoids, and Gundam 0080.
Yeah, 0080 was a midnight run exclusive because it's just so depressing.
It really was. 2002 is when they were really starting to strive for shows. They were running out the classics.
Yeah,
We got Hamtaro,
Oh, no.
Classic Zoids, G Gundam. They brought He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
That was the
Transformers
remake, yeah.
Armada.
Ugh.
We got G.I. Joe, and we got Samurai Jack.
Samurai
Samurai
Jack.
Jack. I think Samurai Jack counts as a cartoon too.
It does. I count it as that. 2003 was Dot Hack Sign Gigantor.
This might have been when I
Come on, say it, Chris.
That was Giant Robot Week. It was the only time we saw Evangelion in the daylight hours.
We got Evangelion here. That was with that, but this was also the year that brought us Yu Yu Hakusho and Rurouni Kenshin.
I remember.
Fucking Rurouni Kenshin was fantastic.
I remember
it all.
Rurouni Kenshin got a lot of promos.
Rurouni Kenshin was fantastic.
No, I know.
I actually, what could I drop to put Rurouni Kenshin in? I can't. There's nothing else to drop.
No, that's why you only have 4.
Fuck. Cyborg 009, Dragon Ball GT.
No,
GT.
GT.
I didn't remember.
Oh, the GT.
I remember.
Star Wars Clone Wars.
Jenny Tartakovsky.
The
good version.
The one for us. The micro series
I kind of
ones.
like that.
2004, we were really scraping it. We got Duel Masters, Astro Boy, Transformers Energon, the Jackie Chan Adventures was going on.
That was when Toonami crossed over with Kids WB.
Well, they already
However, we also got Gundam Seed, Teen Titans, and Megas XLR.
I love Megas XLR.
Megas XLR was great. It was so well written.
I cannot find it anywhere. It drives me nuts.
Justice League Unlimited as well.
Yeah.
2005 brought us Dice, Zatch Bell, The Batman, One Piece, which was probably the biggest one of this batch. It also started Naruto and Yu-Gi-Oh!
I remember Naruto had their 100-day marathon.
Yep.
100-episode marathon.
100 episodes. It never stopped. It was
I
great.
think that show is
I was having so much fun with that.
It
is. It's still going on.
It's still going on. One Piece is the same way.
Dragon Ball Z, Naruto is up to episode like 500 something.
Dragon Ball Z only is like
200
something like that.
Also, a close personal favorite of Chris's, this is the year that brought us Bobobo, the greatest show known to man.
Incorrect.
And IGPX. I think that was that racing
Immortal
show.
Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2006 was Wulin Warriors, Pokemon Chronicles, Fantastic Four's Ill-Fated Show, Pokemon Battle Frontier, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and The Prince of Tennis.
Interesting. What a weird choice.
2007 only brought us Mega Man, Star Force, and Starhawks. I'm pretty sure by now it was just dead.
At this point it was all like Saturday morning.
Yeah, 2008 was Bakugan Battle Brawlers,
Yeah.
Blue Dragon, and Ben 10 Alien Force.
Yeah, this is when it was like Saturday night.
So basically for us, it peaked in 2003 when Yu Hakusho and Rurouni Kenshin was brought on.
2000, 2001, 2002,
So 2000 to 2003, no, 98 to 2003. From the start of Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z to Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin.
Yep.
That's our classic era Toonami.
Yeah.
And I
If
think
they are any one of those shows when it comes back, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much our look back on memory lane and our classic favorites of. We probably should have done our favorites after we read the list and refreshed our memory.
Yeah.
But I think we did well.
We were happy with
the only thing I wish I could add was Rurouni Kenshin. That's the only one.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, Rurouni Kenshin and Ronin Warriors for me.
Yeah.
I would love to have added Ronin Warriors. I have not seen Ronin Warriors since it.
I own it all. We can watch it after Digimon.
Oh, God.
We just stopped Digimon Tamers?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
Digimon Tamers is the worst.
You liked it.
I'm waiting for that commentary.
All right,
Anyway, we just did
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna let
Anyway,
it.
that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, everybody. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
I'm Andy.
We're under time.
Ow! Woo! High five. We're the Nola Nerds. Toonami's back, bitches. Go fuck a dick.